What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the football capital. We are back.
We're back.
I've got KG,
Yes.
the 3-point collector,
We're
to
here.
my left. And to my right,
It's 10 seconds.
it's 10 seconds, is it?
Oh my
To my right, I've got the Aussie Gooner taking L's once
here we
again.
go, here we go.
Once again.
He says L's. It's
Taking
one
L's.
L. It's one loss.
Mate.
He's turning it into L's. It's numerous all of a sudden. Here
Took
we
an
go.
L when Antony scored, took
Here we
an
go.
L when Rashi scored, and the third when he
The
scored.
way Man
again.
United are going every time they score a goal, that's it.
The cigars are out, boys. The cigars are fucking out today. The Aussie Gooner.
I mean, he had that cigar in his mouth earlier. I'm telling you, it sounds exactly like having a dick in your mouth. And he's had a dick in his mouth before, so I know how it sounds. Mine.
We almost made it to a minute.
Almost.
Because he said fuck, and I thought that's it. Must be on cue. Because I was thinking, wait, that's a bit early.
It's a bit
You
early.
fucked it, mate. Fuck.
Butcher was the trigger.
Yeah, mate.
I
Came
was-
early, mate.
I like it. Butcher was the trigger.
Watch the fucking
Watch the table, mate. Watch the table.
Oh, fucking mate.
Yeah, this
Making
guy.
moves.
We're gonna have to chop some of that out. Mr. Steve-O over there,
It's
mate.
about the money, mate. It's all about the cash.
It is all about the money. We can swear now. We can say what the fuck we want because we're past the 30 seconds.
Super
So all
fucking
good.
chats.
All good. Oh, super
We're
chats.
done. Just
Hey.
get the $50 donations. in,
$50 donations, bro. We're gonna
Done,
need,
done.
We need a new cigar.
We need a new cigar. Fuck, it's halfway in my ear from fucking this cunt, and I need another bottle of water because half of it's in my hair for
Well,
some
the
reason.
cigar was in
Check
your
it.
ear, and then they had to wash it out with the water, mate. You know, and just it's all
Exactly
love.
right, Steve. Why are we here? Tell everyone why we're here. What's going on today?
It's fucking the Premier League review fucking day, isn't
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that what we're here for? I thought we were
pretty
here for
sure.
fucking.
We did fantasy. We talked about Arsenal, fucking Man United, which we'll have to do again, right?
We'll have to do that again.
We'll have
Of
to do it again
course.
for this show.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And now we're
Absolutely.
talking about the shits and giggles of the fucking Premier League.
There you
Fuck
fucking
me,
go.
eh?
Let's get straight into the big match of the round: Manchester United and Arsenal. Now, Steve,
The first
I'm
game.
gonna let you go first. Don't give everyone everything of your thoughts because they're gonna go over to your channel and check out the review that me
I'm
and
gonna
you
talk about
did.
the foul bar.
We talk about the foul, yeah, of course. We can talk about the foul, but you know, let me know. 3 points. You came to collect that Old Trafford.
Almost did.
Oh, where? Which part? Which part? Let me know, bro. Your team. How do you think they performed? A disappointing result,
Yeah.
but were you happy with the performance? Did you see any positives there?
Look, I mean, positives for me, yes, Saka finally gets a goal. Too many negatives, unfortunately. We controlled the game, but again, very wasteful, Borche. 6 opportunities that we were talking about before, if you remember, and for us not to take advantage of at least one of them just goes to show that, yes, we're creating, but we're not taking our chances. Now, look, at the end of the day, you can create all you fucking want, but if you're not going to take those chances, you're not going to win games. The other thing I had a problem with, and we were discussing earlier, was our defensive line. Coming a little bit too far forward, get caught out one time, and not adjusting afterwards. Now, that's a little bit schoolboy from my defenders. That's very schoolboy from my manager. And to sum it up, those substitutions were a fucking abysmal. I mean, absolute shit show. Honestly,
What do you put that down to? Is it because
Man
where it was because of the scoreline where it was, or because of the quality of players that are coming on? And is that if it's the players that are coming on, do we have to look at your back room or your board about not bringing players in? Because Tielemans was on the cards the whole fucking window, even from January as well. Players like that,
yeah.
and for him wanting to come and ready to leave and not happening on deadline day or even before that. Because Tielemans coming on or even starting in this game because you had some injuries to the midfield could have been the difference. What do you bring that down to? The subs.
The subs, to be honest, I think he's doing the old Man City thing, throw the kitchen sink at the team. Problem is the kitchen sink that he threw, right,
Was made out of paper, mate.
it took one of my defenders off the fucking pitch. Now that was absolute shambles. I was expecting Zinchenko to shift into the CDM role, and I thought Tierney would have come on for Zinchenko if we were going to make changes. But you don't weaken your back line. The game was still there to be got, Borche. The game was there. It could still have been got. There was 2-2 there. It could have been
That's
a
what
draw.
he
It could have been
thinks,
3-2. But if we're going to sit there, throw the kitchen sink at a team, right, who've hit you on the counter, right, only to expose your defence even further, what do you expect? Yes, a player like Yuri Tielemans would have made a difference in this game. I think Yuri Tielemans would have been quicker in transition, especially from defence to attack. That was an issue in our midfield. It allowed you guys too much freedom when it came to collecting the ball and then mustering up your own attack. Unfortunately, my board and my McManager who decided Fabio Vieira for 31 million pounds, and I hear 34 million pounds. Let's just call it 30 million pounds, was a better investment on the bench.
Yeah. About give or take 5 billion rupees. So
Yeah.
it depends which currency you want to go with.
Yep.
But KG, we are back here.
Yes, we're back.
4 in a fucking row, brother.
Let's
4 in a
fucking
row.
do it.
4 in a fucking
Gonna
row.
win the league.
No doubt, bro. Just give
The
us the
bus is outside.
But give us the trophy now.
The bus
bro.
is
That's
outside.
it.
21
That's it.
is here.
They're
It's
gonna win.
here,
They're gonna
bro.
win the league.
Anthony comes on, starting. What number did he wear, Kev?
21, brother.
Let him know. If that's not a
21.
sign, brother. If that's
we
not a
did it with
sign.
Van Persie with 20.
We did it with Van Persie with 20.
Now 21. It's done.
It's over.
Shut it down. We're out.
See you
Like,
next-
shit.
See you next fucking season, lads. Next season. But Kev, look, that's 4 in a row for us.
Yeah.
We beat Liverpool. We thought we need to bounce back against Southampton. We're at the pub that night. Maybe a bit shaky at times, but we controlled it in the back. We had
Our
a bit of
defensive
control.
banks were solid.
Solid. We got the goal that we needed there.
Yep. We got the midweek.
Midweek against Leicester
well.
City. We needed to bounce back in terms of
And just remember, 2 away wins.
2 away
And
do
2
you know,
away clean sheets.
The Southampton game, I don't think it was like seven or 8 away games on the bounce where we didn't even, not even a draw. It was 8 losses or 7 losses in a row.
That's right, yeah. We
Kept the
equaled some
clean sheet
records
for
and
who
shit.
knows when. The last time was we kept the clean sheet. Doing that back-to-back away wins, back-to-back clean sheets.
Yep.
At home to Arsenal was always going to be a tricky one because
Absolutely.
of their firepower up front. And look, let's be honest, your boys have stepped it up. We saw it in pre-season, the pre-season form come into the start of the season. 5 in a row. You got to give credit to your boys. But unfortunately, whether it's the players, the quality, or just the performance on the day, our boys showed up, and we got the most important stat you were saying. With the chances and all that, that
Exactly.
most important stat is the one right at the top, which was 3-1, Kev.
Yeah, look.
And how much that won your multi, by the way, for everyone who wants to
3-1.
For a handout.
Right here, mate.
KJ Suburban
This is
Driver.
cool, mate. Lad broke it. There was two
Sponsor.
things. There was two things that
Capital.
I've noticed
Ladbrokes.
that have changed.
Let me just switch this up.
Oh, switch it up.
Yeah, Rashford to Sancho.
there
We'll
you
switch
go.
it up a bit.
Two things that I noticed that got us a result. I'm going to say that got us a result, and I've seen the change since the Liverpool game. 2 things. One, there's one thing that we definitely didn't have last season that we've got this season. Grit when we're putting in challenges, man. We're actually bumping bodies. We're bumping bodies. Like just Antony, I noticed on the weekend when he was dropping help Delo, it was like shoulder to shoulder, but with menace. Not just that I'm going in for a challenge. I've seen it since the Liverpool game. More so Martinez when he was like really
Against
giving
Salah
it
as
Salah
well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Early
the
doors.
team's been building on that, right? So that's one. The second one, man, Christian Eriksen's ball, progressive ball forward, right?
Yeah.
And I think and Paul Mercer touched on it on Sky Sports and really highlighted the point. But it's the ball going forward, cutting between the midfield.
Yeah.
So Bruno's receiving it.
In
Literally,
between lines, you saw that.
Yeah,
How it came
in between
dropped in
lines,
and looking
right?
to receive. Yeah.
and it happened with both goals.
Yep.
And you just look at that and you're like, wow, like just a small change where Fred and McTominay, not that they wouldn't play that ball because it was always
Sideways.
the next ball, sideways,
Even
backwards.
saying McTominay the previous times, he always hides behind defenders to not even receive it from the goalkeeper or when it was Harry Maguire or Lindelof. He's always hiding behind the defenders. So it's like you're playing with 10 men there. Even look, Harry McTominay has looked better in the last couple of games because you're not playing both of them together.
Yeah.
You got someone like Eriksen that can keep the ball, and Bruno at the moment is doing what Bruno's doing. He hasn't been the best this season, but he's okay in my opinion for the Arsenal game. Touching on Antony, he comes in, big price tag, 85 million, 86 million, 7 billion rupees if you want to go by the highest figure.
Okay.
All right, 7 billion rupees. Yeah,
Wow.
the
Fucking
Glazers
hell.
splashed out the bastard.
hell,
Eh?
money, huh?
They splashed
Mate,
out.
mate.
He comes in, right, already knows the Ten Hag system, doesn't really need to be there for a couple of weeks or to learn the system
There's no betting in.
yeah,
There's no betting in at all.
that's right. Like Casemiro, where he has to maybe get used to it a little bit. And even Ronaldo has to get used to that system as
Absolutely.
well.
Didn't do a
He comes
preseason
in, and you
fucking-
saw the way he's been dropping into lines, the way the way he presses and then continue. Oh, mate, like just they like you said, they did the highlights on after the game on the screen where they broke it all down, and you're like, hey, he actually had a good hour when it was on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, amazing for him to get a goal on debut.
That passion,
at Old Trafford, but
The real
celebrating in
Brazilians.
front of the Arsenal fans. It was,
The real Brazilians. Here we go.
The real Samba.
Is
but
the real Brazilians.
if you think about the Brazilians, like even when he was in defensive mode, man, he was giving Martinelli hell.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I noticed. I was just watching the body language from the United players, and I'm like, okay, they're playing for the shirt now.
Yeah.
Oh no, like
something, bit more
they're
fire,
pushing,
bit more
they're
passion for the.
pushing. And you know it wasn't perfect. I think Arsenal was still the better team.
Yeah.
Collectively, and unlucky not to convert some of their chances, man. Some of the chances, like there was an opportunity. I can't remember who chested the ball in the box from an Arsenal perspective. It was like a cross come in, but to give somebody that much time to chest the ball, it might have been a defender. I can't remember. Might have been Saliba. Might have been Gabriel. I can't remember. But it was early in the first half.
There was a good six
Cross came in.
chances that they should have done some work with.
I think if anything, like I know Steve, you mentioned Malacia was having a good game, but I actually thought he was caught out a few times where he tried to read a pass but got done by Saka.
Yeah.
That's right. So, but overall, the United way, grind the fucking result, get to 4 wins in a row. And that's what we need to do.
But that's like you're saying there with Malacia, right? It did happen. I did see it a few times. It's good that it happened on the back end of a winning result because now you can look back and go, like I was telling you on the Aussie Guinness channel, we got Palace. You think Saka's going to be a problem? I know you pocketed Salah, but Zaha, Eze, these players that are up front for Palace, they might be worse. So it's a good
absolutely.
that, all right, he got a little bit done here. Look, he's still getting used to the physicality.
Bit of a wake-up call.
But then again, he's sliding in for challenges. He's making the tackles, clean tackles as well.
He was good. He just got found out a few times by somebody who knows how to play the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Steve, there was an incident, maybe 11 to 12 minutes in. Odegaard on Ericsson. Referee plays the advantage. Martinelli gets the goal. Arsenal on their way. His knee sliding in front of the Stratford end. Yeah, you think so? Beep, beep, beep. What do you think, bro? Because that's the foul. Good call. Do you reckon it's a good call? It's a conspiracy.
It's a foul. It's not a conspiracy. Look again.
Because I'm hearing conspiracies. We know who it is. We know who the conspiracy theorists are.
At the end of the day, look, I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million times over. You can't leave the game in a referee's hands. Doesn't matter which team you are. You could be Liverpool, you could be Man United, you could be anyone. The referee is always going to make a call that's going to be fucking interesting. And we saw it against Chelsea. We'll talk about that as well. We've seen this throughout the season. I mean, we saw it between Saka and Mings. There was nothing given there. And it was a lot worse than what we saw against Odegaard. Unfortunately, the referees in the Premier League, we all know that they're shit. In this case, this was a foul. So it was a soft foul. Yeah, I think it's soft. But at the end of the day, Odegaard didn't make any sort of connection to the ball, right? It was knee to knee. It's sort of like
pushing the back too.
Let's be honest, it's like a light body check, right? End of the day, a light body check. If we're going to play it down on the books, it's a foul. So unfortunately, great. It was a great attack by Arsenal, but the foul is a foul. I don't think the referee got anything wrong.
There was another.
What's wrong about it's a foul?
Look, if you look at it,
do that in every game, it would be great.
Look, there was another incident where I think something happened where the same challenge happened. It was a Man United player on the Arsenal player. The ball went out for a throw-in, but the free kick was given. Like, why don't you just let it take the throw? It's your ball anyways. But because that type of foul, it's a foul.
It was on Martinelli, McTominay.
Was it?
Martinelli pulled up on the sideline and
McTominay was a
came in from behind.
And it didn't give the throw. They gave the free kick. So you can't.
Regardless, man, he had hands in the back. I don't know what everyone's complaining about. It's a foul. Like, okay, big deal that the VAR pulled it back.
You know what it is? It's like, well, how come this wasn't a foul? How come that wasn't a foul? Look, how come the Premier League referees?
100%.
Let's ask
but
that question.
At the end of the day, like regardless, it was nil. All right, they took away the goal. It was still 0-0. So it's not like last minute where you could have grabbed the winner and there's big controversy. There was still 80 minutes. There was still 80 minutes.
But to answer Steve's question, like why is this one not a foul? Why is that? Because this one led to a goal.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's why not every free kick gets scrutinised.
Think of it this way: most people are comparing the Saka situation with Mings, which should have been a pen, to this. And I'm saying, listen to me. The reason why you're going to get changes and discrepancies in all these calls in the Premier League is because it's been happening for how many years, guys? How many years?
Just a couple.
Right. It's not going to change. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter with VAR or without.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just the
There's
way
always
it-
a talking point with
That's
referees.
the game. That's the Premier League.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Rashford getting the goal after that to make it 2-1. Sorry, Saka getting the goal. Varane, a bit shaky, gave the ball away or went forward to make the tackle.
Yep. Nice
Delo-
ball by Odegaard, but
Yeah, Delo makes the tackle there, but unfortunately he forced to Saka's feet, and he had pretty much an open goal there to tap it in. Good goal for him. Good for his confidence. He needed that. You know, there's a
Working
lot
a
of
bit better in this game.
lot of pressure put on him in terms of his performances, or not pressure, but questions about his performances. Look, you're right. But I told you.
Look,
I
he
told
wasn't.
you.
He has. Look, let's be honest.
The
he
guy's
hasn't been fucking
predictable,
great this season.
but a lot of players in the Premier League are predictable, like Salah and fucking what's his name from City, Mahrez. They do the same thing, cut in on the left and take that shot. It's all about the final product if it's going to work out.
Yep.
Rashford getting the goal, making it 2-1. That's when we're talking about your subs. Made the subs, and literally within a second or couple minutes,
3-1.
3-1 Rashford, and someone that needs the confidence too. Is, scored the last couple of games. He assisted in the last couple of games. So it's a big season for him. And I said it at the start. I said it after the maybe Brentford or Brighton game where I'm like, boys, if these guys want to make the fucking World Cup, you got to show up.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
not like it's a
not a
year
given.
away.
It's not a
It's a
given.
couple months away. If you want fucking the manager to pick you need to perform. Sancho all of a sudden is getting a bit more involved, getting goals, getting assists, or in the build-up play. Rashford's getting the goals now as well. Do you know what I mean? So these guys are all fighting for these places for the World Cup. And if you look at the Brazilians, if we talk, you got Jesus, you got
Right,
Richarlison, you got Martinelli, you got Antony. They all play these positions, and
Yep.
someone needs to start, someone needs to be benched. So, and that's what makes it interesting with the Premier League, and then there's a World Cup there, and it's like
Just think about it. There's
everyone's
two-
gonna be up
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to be in that squad.
There's
So.
two goalkeepers too for Brazil, fucking Alisson and
Exactly.
Edison. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
Mate, who do you take? Right? Or like not who do you take, but who
Who
starts?
starts? Yeah.
Yeah, well, look at England. England got a few keepers too. Pope and all these
man.
guys. He's on
Pickford.
the most
Look
ball.
at Pickford.
Pickford.
Fucking hell,
Pickford.
Pickford.
See, do you know what I mean? Like, they're all fucking, the dodgy cunts are all stepping up, besides fucking Henderson, who's copping goals left, right, and centre. But,
Maybe a good segue to the Pickford.
no segue. What do you mean segue?
Segue.
No segues. We're still here. 3-point collectors. 21 is coming. Yeah.
That's it this year, for sure.
It's
Guarantee.
done.
We're
We've got it. It's a buzz outside.
There, bro. They're engraving the trophy now. But look, it was a good win for Manchester United. 4 on the bounce. 4 on the bounce. Good. Let's go. We've got to go now against
Palace, is it?
Crystal Palace and
That away or
replicate.
home?
I
Home.
think we're.
Well, it would be away, wouldn't
I'm
it?
not too sure. I'm not
Double
too sure.
check that, guys. I
But,
thought that was home.
We played home this time. Maybe it could be away. Regardless,
Tomorrow,
it becomes another kind of must win, another final for us. You got to back up what you did against Arsenal, or
Every
it's
game
kind of.
is, man.
Or you got Chelsea and Liverpool now sniffing right behind. It's getting tighter and tighter, and the week are kind of slipping away.
Think about it from a ladder perspective. I just think
Yeah, but you need
from
to-
a positive,
these
One
are-
game
these
at
are-
a time. 1 win at a time.
positive
Yeah,
mentality.
but
type
these are
thing.
the teams that you're fighting for. You want to keep applying that pressure. Arsenal now drop points. You come 3 points closer to them. City drop points again. You come closer to them, and it's all the mind games start playing now. But yeah,
But I
look,
think United's fragile. That a loss will do a lot more damage than another win would be positive.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
You just got to
right
keep
there. I agree.
chipping away. And Palace will be a tough one,
about
man.
belief.
Vieira will set them up really well, I reckon.
Yeah, his players sit in their formation.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with a
Good
nil or
results, go to fixtures.
yeah. Look, they played away, so I think we're playing away. They played away this week, so
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But let's go.
There you
Where were we gonna jump to?
I reckon we go to the Merseyside
Yeah, we
derby.
are away. We are away.
Merseyside derby, yeah.
Yeah, let's go Merseyside derby. Liverpool, Liverpool. They got a bit of a dodgy one midweek against Newcastle. Extra time on extra time on extra time.
Hey, got my multi.
You got your multi.
It was for Kev.
Yeah, hey, and you know,
Liverpool
he
trying
got
to
my
make Kev
fantasy team up with Salah getting that
There you
assist at
go.
the end. That assist at the end brushed his
I
fucking
came
something.
off somebody else's
Came
knee,
off
but
someone's
anyway.
hair.
But look, they haven't had the best of starts, these guys, huh? Jurgen Klopp is back at it again. You know, I thought he might have had some sort of plan B coming into this season, but it looks like their owners, again, haven't backed him. I told you at the start, if there was an Achilles heel to stop Liverpool from winning the league, what is it? I said it's going to be a goal-scoring midfielder or just a midfielder in general. Thiago out, Fabinho's been out, and all these Jota.
I
I know
don't
he's
think
not.
Henderson played.
Henderson didn't. He came on, I think. I don't know, but Henderson.
I don't think he came on.
didn't.
Milner came on.
Milner came on because they had Carvalho,
Henderson
Fabio
didn't play.
Carvalho
Henderson,
start.
yeah.
Yeah,
Elliott
and
was there, Carvalho was
and
there.
I told you, I go, this is what they're missing. This is what they're missing. You know, I know they don't got Mane this time around, but I think not having that midfielder, I know they're linked to Jude Bellingham, and they
They've been linked to
guaranteed.
Jude Bellingham for 3 years.
The Liverpool fans are guaranteed that this guy is going to come
Mbappe's
next
still
season.
coming as well,
Mbappe, the Nike deal with LeBron is still happening. But then they signed Arthur Melo. Is it Arthur Melo?
It's
Yeah.
a loan.
It's a loan. But they signed him. Like, this guy's been, out of all the
He always
players,
gets injured, this
he's the
guy.
most injury prone out of all of them. So I don't know what. Look, it might work out well. But boys, what are your thoughts? Because this game
I thought
against
Everton took it to him.
bro, if it wasn't for a dodgy Morpie and his fucking horrible finishing,
Yeah, honestly, I was.
get the cigars out for the Evertonians. Get the cigars out, lads.
I've told you boys even before the podcast
Four
today.
draws in a row.
I don't like watching Everton, right? I just don't like them. But this
And the
game,
Merseyside derby is always boring.
yeah, and I just this game I was like, you know what?
is a
They took
cracker.
it to him, and
Yeah.
the moment I realized Everton was going to take it to him was the fact that they had the first shot on target. So Gordon, Everton.
I think so. It was
Yeah.
Gordon. And
Yeah.
then,
He had the first shot on target just outside the box, and I'm like, oh, you know what?
Asking questions.
These guys are up for it. And Liverpool, you know, we've spoken about fantasy league and all that kind of stuff, but the defenders just don't seem to be gelling
it's
at
time
the moment.
to go.
I don't know what's going on. Like Van Dijk looks a bit shaky. Maybe he's been a little bit exposed. He doesn't have his normal centre back partner there. He's been playing with Gomez. I don't know. Everton just took it to him, and I was like, "Fuck, man! They're actually going to get the goal. They got one. Connor Cody
Yeah.
disallowed, margin, whatever. But I didn't. I looked at Liverpool, and I'm like, they're not going to score today.
Yeah.
It looked like nothing was falling their way.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, their build-up play was a bit lethargic. It was like every single pass was wanting. There wasn't any sort of real direction. And it's like Liverpool are in a shell at the moment.
It's weird though. They get a 9-0 win. They get a last-minute winner at home. You'd think the momentum is going to build.
Yeah.
And then they come up against Everton. That's what they put in.
And if they were going, if you're going to play any Everton team, it's this one. Yeah. This one is struggling at the
Yeah,
moment. And there was nothing like you were watching.
Lampard was almost in the El Sacico with everybody else, wasn't he? Like it wasn't far.
He's still there. He's still there.
Did you notice like there was nothing going down the right hand side as well? Like I'm watching this game and I was talking to Borcho watching this game. I go, is it me or is nothing going down the right wing? Everything was going onto the left. It's like they're not using Salah. It's like he's not going. This guy does not carry the ball. He's there to finish. It's like, well, he's a right winger. He needs to carry the ball sometimes.
I was actually watching it with a couple of Liverpool fans, and I'm like, Salah is receiving the ball so far wide that he has to do so much work just to get an opportunity. And I'm like, I was just trying to think back. Is this normal for Liverpool? Like, I don't know. I don't watch as many Liverpool games as I obviously watch United and everybody else, but I just thought, wow, man, like, they're really making him work. They're really making him like it's almost impossible for him to get even an opportunity, let alone a goal. Like, and that's why that 9-0 win, he's still no involvements.
No involvement,
nothing.
not a goal, not assist.
Like,
but
and then you start to think what's happening with him.
Everton had the maybe the clear cut chances in the first half. Yeah, they hit it was a Morpie right in front. He should be hitting that, right? Yeah. And Davis
had one.
Yeah, he hit the crossbar. That was in the second half where the hit the post and he went literally along the fucking. I don't know how it didn't hit the other post and go in. And he went out for a fucking goal kick. How that? Like, I don't know how, but that was a fucking good shot from him. And then it was like a counter. And every time Liverpool had a corner, Everton are on the counter attack. It was just bang on the counter attack. What the fuck is going on? And that one, that 5 or on 2 or 5 on 3. Gordon, it got cut back to Gordon. It just went past him. Morpie takes a touch. Had the goal gaping and he hits it straight to Alisson. And like Michael Owen made a good point at the end where he goes, every time people say at least hit it on target, that is literally at least hit it on target.
That's the result you want, right?
Exactly. He had all the whole space at the end, pick a corner. Then another one where he should have cut it back in. Yeah. Who did he send down the line? Iwobi or someone else?
It was on to his right. He passed on to his right. Who was that?
Damari. I can't remember, but he placed it someone and he killed him. Wrong pass. Yeah. And look, like you said, Connor Cody did get that goal, and it was a Morpie shot that was going wide, and it was a touch in. But yeah, look, it was offside. I think we even said, I'm like, that looks dodgy. That looks
straight off the bat.
Yeah,
straight off the bat. That's offside.
And yeah, look, Liverpool. Again, dropping more points. I know City got the draw as well, but.
Can I ask your opinion on something, but like, because I know Klopp was a big fan of this whole 5-sub thing. Man, like, I think chopping and changing like that, like he's bringing off players before the hour mark even.
A bit early, isn't it?
Bit early. I don't know. A bit early. I know he knows he's got 5 subs
Yeah.
that he can make, but like I think Trent came off before the hour mark. I think
Klopp,
Yeah,
you
Trent-
fucking
was
dumb
it
cunt.
City-
I
Fuck
was,
you.
I was asking
Bro,
the question,
we
why
had
would you take
2
Trent off when
minutes.
you need a goal?
No, he could have taken him off in the
It was
61st,
58th minute. that he came
58th
off.
minute, 2 minutes before my fucking extra fantasy
Bro,
point.
I'm just thinking like
Oh,
Trent's,
God. I
remember
Trent's
that.
an attacking option
Yeah.
for you.
Exactly. Exactly.
More than some of the other players, and I just thought this is really weird, man. Doesn't all add up, and I don't know whether he was panicking or not. But I'm not going to question the bloke. He's had 7
question
pretty
him.
decent seasons.
no,
but
question him, bro.
Question?
It's time to question this fraud,
Put
bro.
the question mark
Well,
up here.
One Premier League title in the 7 years he's been here. Get out of here, bro.
You got to think about Liverpool right now, right?
Fuck one.
They've been in recent years. They've been successful, right? They needed
This
a
year,
midfielder.
this year.
They needed a midfielder this year. They needed a centre back when they got Kabak instead of getting a centre back and through the league in the bin. Now,
They signed another centre back, I remember.
it was
Whoever it
they got
was.
Kabak and then they
Canate, wasn't it?
No, there's some other guy. I don't
So
know.
this Liverpool team, they have made money for these respective owners. You know what I mean? They've made them a lot of fucking money. As a Liverpool fan, they're going to have the shits because literally all they really needed this season was a decent centre midfielder. Now, they needed a striker, yes, but they also needed a decent centre midfielder. As owners, don't they owe it to the fucking fans and to the fucking club to back this manager? Because I'm telling you now, anyone that says Jurgen Klopp's being backed is fucking lost. He has not been backed in that transfer window. He got
backed, mate.
he's been backed into a corner is what he's been done, and now and it's like, oh, I can make it work, mate. Jurgen Klopp, and I've said it before, is looking like Arsene Wenger.
I'm going to throw a spanner in the works, but Steve, like
for it.
a lot of people, like because I like
Left-handed spanner?
Hey,
Is it a left-handed spanner?
yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's a left-handed one.
I'll come
tricky
back
to
with
find,
the-
they're
I'll
tricky
come
to
back
find.
with the struct.
No, but like I like to watch press conferences a lot. I like to listen to managers talk and stuff. And he's come out and said, "This is Jurgen."
Yeah.
Come out and said, "You guys were all right. I've needed a midfielder all this time, right? So who's to blame? Klopp because he didn't go and get one, or the club because they didn't give him the money?"
Well, so the thing is, what I say is Klopp is the new Arsene Wenger. I say he's doing the same thing Wenger did, where he's taking all the responsibility. He's pushing it all onto himself, saying, oh, no, we're doing well. Rob Holding instead of John Stones, blah, blah, blah. He's looking a perfect
So
match.
Wenger out again, huh?
Well, it's looking like Klopp is going to turn into him.
Look,
the way he's going, he's
yeah.
not putting pressure on the owners because he's probably loving the club
I
so
think
much.
it's a bit of a double-edged sword because I think the owners are thinking, look how far we've got with Klopp. We've barely spending anything, FA
Second
Cups and all this sort of stuff. And look where we are. He can develop this player. Oh, let's hope. When
They're gonna bleed him
unfortunately,
dry.
exactly right, they do need to freshen up the squad. Look at Man City. Every year, bank 50 million on the defender, not working. Ake gone, this player in, 50 million here, 30 million there. Spend. It's not a bad thing to spend, but
No.
you're refreshing the squad. It is what it is, I think, in my opinion, for Jurgen Klopp at the moment. Window shut, 2 more months or something
about it,
before
bro.
the World Cup,
Done
and
and
then the window opens. See where they go from there. But let's move on.
What do you got?
Going over to the Chelsea game, boys, at the Bridge. A London derby here. Chelsea 2, West Ham 2.
VAR controversy.
Hold on a minute.
Get him, man.
The referee has seen, violent conduct on Mendy.
Far out.
Fucking men.
Boys,
What a joke.
I think.
Fuck, he
Look.
took his also
Chelsea have had a shocking kind of start. I know they're still up there in terms of 10 points, and they're still 6th or 7th or something in the table, but they're not really looking convincing. Some of the goals they've been conceding, some of their performances haven't been the best, and I think like Liverpool last week with the extra time goal, these Chelsea this week have got out of trouble.
Mate, all I'm going to say about Tuchel is that he hasn't worked out what his 11 is. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what his starting 11 is. His best 11 doesn't know what it is yet.
Should ask Ralph Rangnick. Help him out.
Yeah, maybe.
Once again. Even Klopp maybe should ask him.
But it's very evident, man. Like I was watching the Chelsea game with a Chelsea fan, and it was really, really frustrating. Like watching them, you just don't know. You just didn't know what was going to happen. I believe West Ham took the lead.
Mikel Antonio,
Antonio.
yeah.
Just questioned: are we doing the Antonio versus what's the name?
I think it could be.
Could be 1-1, right? Is it 1-1?
No, 2-1.
2-1. Did
2-1.
Wilson score again?
Did Wilson
Couple
score?
weeks
Wilson
ago.
scored twice, I'm pretty sure, and Antonio now's got one.
We'll double check.
We've gotta double check.
We'll double check. So who buys who that meal? At the end of the season, 3-course meal.
Or
Mikel
cooks it.
Antonio
Or
or cooks it. So Mikel Antonio has got one. He's got one back.
He's got one back.
We have to clarify. We'll do it in the comments. We'll drop it in the comments. Who's leading that race? But you're
that,
right.
That was a soft goal too.
Yeah, it
to
was.
concede.
soft goal.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. They're poor defense. But look, Chelsea grab a goal with Chilwell. He's back into the squad.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
That was a
say that.
The one who's
crazy
come
goal,
on and just
bro.
fucking
Control,
touch the pass
yeah,
control.
that was nice.
And then Havertz right at the end with 88th minute grabbing what looked like the winner. But hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute. What the fuck was that?
Oh my god!
I can't believe it. The recklessness. He should have been sent off.
bro.
How reckless was that? He stomped on the goalkeeper.
Yeah, no.
Bro, boys, come on. Let's be real. What has gone on here? Because the ball's played through. It was, what do you call it? Jared Bowen goes over the keeper, brushes him. He goes over the keeper.
Bro, if he wanted to, he could have laid a massive. Like, if it was me, I would have laid a. If I was gonna fuck this guy, I would have laid a boot. He would have been remembering me for the rest of his life, right? But you see him, he goes over the keeper, does the best he fucking can, and Mendy makes what? Makes a meal of it.
Who scored that? Who scored the goal?
Good question.
That's
Who
a
hit
good
that
question.
in? Yeah, can't remember.
Very good question.
But yeah, look, I don't know how that decision was pulled back and said.
Declan Rice?
Mate, why am I?
I keep thinking Declan Rice, guys.
Yeah, it
I
might
could be
have
wrong.
been,
In
it
my
might
head, I
have
keep thinking
Yeah,
Declan
I'm
Rice.
thinking Declan Rice. But how on earth is that now brought back and said, no, go, it's beyond me? And you saw David Moyes at the end there frustrated on how ridiculous that call fucking was. And you're right,
How do you end up copping a foul against you when the worst case scenario was you were trying to draw a foul? Like, if you're trying to draw a foul, like, you jump over him and there's a trailing leg, the keeper's come out towards you, you've had to jump over him, and you might be trying to
You trail your
get
leg a little so you can
a foul. How do you end up conceding a foul?
Explain
I just don't understand
Explain
it.
that
It's not
one.
like he didn't kick him on purpose. It wasn't malicious. It wasn't. I don't know what are all the terms that you want to use. It was nothing. It was literally nothing. So how do you get
bringing
a foul
the
out
game
of it?
into disrepute.
Yeah, like literally, like
He didn't line him up.
yeah, like I looked at it. Like, when I looked at it and they went to VAR, I knew VAR was going to be stupid and overturn it, but I still couldn't believe the fact that they were looking at it, and I'm like, oh my god,
There's
they're
nothing to
gonna
look at.
take this away from West Ham.
It was nothing to look at. Like, once I saw that, and I thought, what could you possibly
If
be looking at?
Mendy doesn't react the way he did, I don't think they look at
No,
it.
he played it. He
played
played
it.
mate, that guy's going to get an
Mate.
Oscar.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to look at the reality of the situation. Remember last year, Arsenal, Man United, De Gea goes down, Smith Rowe scores that goal from outside the box because he's on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked at it. It was Fred that stamped on your foot, and play
Yeah,
on it.
get
Give the
up,
goal.
get up, get up.
They should look at that and be like, no.
There's
He's jumped over you.
there's fuck all
there's
contact.
Exactly.
He's jumped
all.
over you because you've come out.
Exactly.
You've put yourself.
You
in
made
that
yourself
position.
an obstacle,
Yeah.
for fuck's
Just
sake.
like,
And I've tried to avoid you.
But yeah, I don't know.
West Ham got fucking ripped, man.
They got ripped,
got
100,
ripped.
and they haven't had a good start to the season
Nah.
too. Just a one win, I think
But
it is.
they've spent money, man.
Yeah,
Like,
they've
every
got some
second
players
day
in,
they've recruited
But,
somebody.
Look, where do you guys see Chelsea? Look, there's no transfer window. No Aubameyang, your mates ready to come in. But still, like, that's all right. They got one forward. If that works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the whole squad, it looks like then it's not really connecting, not really linking up. Tuchel's been
They're
there now
also
for a
short
while.
in the midfield, I reckon.
I said that. Remember, I
But
said
they're
this.
stacked. Like, they got so many midfielders,
Yeah,
but
but
the
the thing
quality's not there probably.
Yeah.
It's the kind of midfield that they have to try to get. They got to get someone who's going to be more attack minded, someone who can create. The creativity with Chelsea at the moment is at an all time low.
Yeah.
Their right wing, I was screaming about it. You don't have anyone for the right fucking wing.
They ain't got
right?
a striker, bro.
Right, look, Aubameyang
Yeah,
is a
no,
band-aid
yeah.
solution. Aubameyang will get you goals, right? So look, if you can't afford a
January.
striker, you get Aubameyang, but you need a right wing. You need an attacking midfielder. They don't go ahead and do that, and so now they're
Jorginho's
conscious-
past it.
Yeah, he has. And Chelsea fans.
Kante's injured, and I think probably over the hill a
Kovacic.
little bit. Kovacic
I-
doesn't
I-
win you
nah.
a title.
Good
Yeah,
player,
good player.
but he gets
Kovacic
injured
is
too.
good, yeah.
Doesn't win you a title.
No.
He won't win you. Like, he's a great, like, cool, proven, but doesn't win you a title.
Kai
And
Havertz
it's
is what?
Still paying that Bundesliga tax
But what is he? What position is
Oh,
Kai
yeah,
Havertz
well-
supposed to sit in?
Ziyech still on the books.
on the book somewhere.
Ziyech is still
He's on
there,
the books.
mate. He went.
Mate,
he was
Even
going to go back to Ajax.
Perisic, no, is a Perisic, not Perisic,
Pulisic.
Pulisic. He's
Done.
fucking, his what do you call it, agent or whatever was campaigning for him to fucking
Wasn't
leave
there a
captain.
him and Maguire swap idea?
There was something I would have taken it. Definitely would have taken
I've
it.
taken him, but
But yeah, look, Chelsea. wouldn't say in the mud, but yeah, sinking sand, bro.
But
A
what's
bit of wet
wrong
sand.
there? What's wrong there? Because
You reckon they're down tooling again? This club, these players.
With a new owner. With a
New
new
owner.
owner.
I
I heard
American owner.
ages ago, I could be wrong, but didn't they sack a lot of important roles within the club, like Peter Cech
Cech.
and a few others?
Yeah, Marina
Yeah.
that was doing Granit
So you
Skyer.
just don't know what's happening back there.
Well, bro, Todd Bowley, he's the one now being the owner, the football director. He's the scout. He's doing all the. Look, if we really look at it, and Chelsea fans get in the comments, let me know what you think,
Yeah,
because
Premier League preview
I don't.
looked at this too.
Yeah, look. He's come in and he's sacked everyone. Now, good or bad? Look, Marina, everyone's like, oh, she gets these deals over the line. These, all the okay, yeah, fantastic. But they've never done business early in the window. It's always been late, deadline day. They sign this player towards the end, no preseason for the players. So in a way, it's like, all right, yeah, you might get the players in, you might get some hidden gems or whatever, but a lot of them, have they really worked out? Kai Havertz, Timo Werner,
Werner four
Pulisic.
goals in 4 games now.
Ziyech hasn't kind of worked out in a way. I could be missing more. Maybe Kepa's one of their two sitting on the bench. Happy to sit on the bench. He was acting like the manager, telling Kai Havertz where to be for that goal, and he scored.
Yeah.
Lukaku.
Lukaku
Out on loan.
as well. You brought him in,
Morata was around then.
Morata
Morata
possibly, but just in general, like you could
man.
question her. All right, yes, they got players in, but
Who's she targeting?
who's she targeting? Blah blah blah. But could have told Bowley, maybe captain for this year, because he's coming in. This guy's having breakfast and dinners and lunch with owners. This guy thinks it's not the NFL where it's a draft. He's waiting for the draft. It's like, oh, we're gonna get the first pick.
He's going to get LeBron James.
We're gonna get
bro.
LeBron
He's
James.
He's a LeBron James of soccer.
LeBron James of soccer, Pulisic is the LeBron James of soccer.
You like everyone that's involved with recruitment, right? And then have no one to take him to take the positions.
That's what I
Who the
mean.
fuck
And then you
does
got
that?
this guy. Maybe work out in the long run. Maybe he's having a feel on how things work. But
How
could have
do
been
you
a
loan
mistake.
out your only striker? How do you loan
Doesn't
out
wanna
your
be
only
here.
striker?
Doesn't
Yeah,
wanna
but
be
how do you
here.
loan him out?
I
He
don't
was
know
going to
how.
loan out Ziyech and he didn't
Bring
have a right
somebody
wing.
in. Bring somebody in and go, okay, you go out on loan.
Maybe they thought they were going to get someone else in. I don't know who they were in the
Kev,
final.
Ziyech went to Ajax. He went to Ajax. He was about to fucking go on loan to Ajax and AC Milan. They didn't have a right wing. And they go, come on, bro.
Yeah, look, it's a bit of shambles what's happening at Chelsea at the moment. Are they going to bounce back? We'll see in the next couple of
Unlucky for
weeks.
Moyes, but
Yeah, unlucky for West Ham there. Let's go quickly. North London, your other boys there, your rivals, your noisy neighbours.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
They get stadium. My neighbour gets we've seen that clip. He gets a Brazilian striker. I get Brazilian striker. He gets Brazilian striker.
That's hilarious.
A trophy cabinet he can't afford. Great success. But look, Tottenham get the win last week with that midweek draw against West Ham.
It looked comfortable, got a little bit shaky. It was 2-0. And then you're like, okay. And then Mitrovic, man, just pops up again. And it was a nice goal, man. Puts a little bit to his right, curl into the top corner. And then Richarlison thought he'd got the 3-1. Starts taking his shirt off, running around, acting like like he won the World Cup.
He might
Come back.
He might bring him back. But can I ask you something, boys? I don't want to go too much into this game, right? I'm hearing at the start of the window, and I've got to find the clips where I said, this Tottenham transfer window is not as good as Tottenham fans and everyone else is talking about.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
No, I know you. Shut the fuck up. Because they were winning the league, Steve.
They are.
There was some telling us we're going to win the league.
They are gonna win the league.
But look, but how? The bus is warming up.
No. You can't win the league.
gonna take off the stickers.
They bags that. Doesn't matter how well you guys
Yeah.
play. You're not
But
winning the league.
Look, I said they got in Richarlison. Okay, is he going to start over Harry Kane? No.
You always knew, he was going to
Right.
play second field.
They
Perisic.
got Perisic. Okay. Is he the
Bissouma.
same? Is he the same Perisic that we're gonna get in previous years? No, he's gonna be playing left wing back, right wing back, whatever.
He was playing left wing back for Inter at the end.
Yeah, but he's at the end. He's how old is he now? Yeah, does he got the legs? He
He did
might.
Ashley Young.
He did it, Ashley Young.
There you go.
When I said Bissouma, half the rest of Europe don't know who this guy is. I don't think Conte knows who he is because he's keeping him on the bench. Jet Spence. I thought this guy was meant to be the bee's knees of something. And I could be wrong. Could be a great player, but he's not even starting him. He even said it's a club signing. And then who else? I can't remember.
They had eight signings. I can't
Which
remember.
goalkeeper did they sign?
Yeah, but he's not. All right, he's not a starter.
Number two
but
keeper.
you're not going to even get these guys playing. So to me, it's like, what kind of a transfer window? What kind of business did you guys end up doing?
I just like the fact that they did it early. Like whether they got it right or wrong, I like the fact that they did it early.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
the only thing I like.
They went there, got their business done.
Oh yeah, that Lenglet guy as well. Okay, he's playing, but at the
Loan.
is it a loan deal there?
Loan.
Yeah, yeah, but
Emerson Royale
nah, he was there. He was there.
Emerson Royale was from last
But
season.
at the same time, bro, it's like,
Playing better.
are these guys gonna take you to the next level? Are you gonna catch the what did they finish last season, Steve? 4th.
Yeah.
So maybe they might leap Chelsea this season, maybe. But are you catching City, these Liverpools, like
No,
the
they're
point
not doing
difference, especially City this season? Are you? I don't know. So to me, they're transferring. They're the one.
I think it was good for Tottenham. Like it was
It's not, bro.
Tottenham.
It's not.
No. Hear me out. What I'm saying is, at the Tottenham standard, it met the Tottenham standard, but was it going to lift them to go?
Yeah, but
anywhere
these
else?
guys,
I don't think
these
so.
guys, a new stadium, they're in the Champions League
take your
football.
Levy, man.
Yeah, but
Like, it's not
but
gonna
this
happen.
is
Everyone
this
knows that
standard.
Levy.
Yeah, but this standard has to shift. You need to
Yes,
start.
agreed. But I think they still did it at their current standard.
That, you know,
That's
Let
the
me bring
problem.
something.
I think Tottenham went out there and spent money, but the problem
Yeah.
was in some areas where it was a bit top heavy. Like
I don't
Richarlison
know.
was at Richarlison. I understand that signing. I
Good
just don't
signing.
understand. I don't understand. Like you've got that kind of money. You've gone out for Richarlison. I still reckon they've got issues in defence, and they could have. It could have been.
They could
smarter.
have, yeah, they could have. But let's see how it pans out for them. They're going to start playing Champions League football,
Yeah.
and them games. Are they going to have the squad depth? What can look? Everyone
what
knows
it was.
Conte.
Look, they're getting
Conte,
results
you know,
and
Conte's
Son's
a
not
world class manager in everything that he's won. Can he do it at Tottenham, who no one else has done at Tottenham? You know what I mean? Win that trophy.
Hats off to him if he does.
Yeah.
If he does, all right.
He pulls one out of the
Well
bag.
done.
Fuck me.
Well done. But we'll see. We'll see. But boys, Manchester City away there to Aston Villa, 1-1. And Coutinho's goal was an absolute screamer. Wait a minute.
It's a lot.
Mate.
Get that flag up, sir. Get that flag up.
What's going on?
What's going
there,
on here,
man?
bro?
What the fuck?
What's going on?
I gotta say, for the best part of when did
You know,
when did Villa score? All right, up until the Villa goal, City could have been up by 3.
70, 74th minute.
74th minute.
All
yeah.
day.
That was a nice goal too. Their one.
Yeah.
But up until that
He
point,
finally Bailey
yeah.
he finally scores after everyone jammed him
Well,
in fantasy for the first
yeah.
couple of weeks.
Well worked goal though.
it was very well worked. But up until that point, I reckon De Bruyne could have had a double. Haaland could have had a double. I don't know who else could have scored. City were on fire. I was just sitting there going, "Oh, they're gonna absolutely smash them." Villa get the goal, and then the whole game changed. And then they had the second one.
Disallowed, bro.
Well, not even disallowed. Like
They're
they
coming,
didn't even
they're
let him
coming
have
for the gold trophy, Steve.
Oh, mate.
The Invincibles are still on track.
them and
Them and
Chill.
Tottenham.
Them and Tottenham,
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
undefeated.
Undefeated.
And then when we verse them soon, we'll sort them out for you. Don't
You're
worry.
gonna sort them out?
We're Liverpool thought they were going to do something. We sorted them out. You guys thought, no
So
gold trophies.
You guys are going to sort out Manchester City?
It's done. It's done.
It's
21.
up to you. Let us know. If you want us to sort them out, so they don't get the gold trophy, we'll sort out Tottenham for you.
3-0? Or 2-0?
Brother, it'll be 1-0 away from home. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Cuz.
Bruno-
that
Okay.
Bruno penalty. Bruno penalty.
That's it.
Yeah. After extra time again.
98th minute.
After the full time, we still bring it back. VAR.
Set that shit up.
Done.
Set it up.
Done and
But,
dusted.
Yeah, look, City dropped points again after knowing the result that after that Liverpool game.
What a
And
drive,
look,
Ray.
no matter what form Liverpool are in, we all come into this season saying 1 and 2, whichever order they're going to be
Yeah,
in, they're going to be 1 and 2. So when we talk about
That's the fight.
yeah, that's the fight. At the moment, I think it still could be the fight, right?
Yeah.
Regardless what where Liverpool are.
Liverpool are out of this.
So these guys are dropping points. This is where you need to put that nail in the coffin and get that victory. But look, where Villa are now, where Gerrard is, not in a good place, bro. Relegation and going into this game in the relegation spots. I know it's only 6 games in, but the bottom 3, they want to show something. Gerrard wants to prove something, and if you're going into this game saying I'll give you a 1-1, before the game, I think anyone kind of takes them
Yeah,
against
yeah,
City.
fucking oath.
Especially what the
Except
fuck they've been
Guardiola.
doing.
Except for Guardiola.
Oh yeah,
Guardiola
yeah,
said,
everyone
"Fuck that
against,
shit."
of course, everyone against them. We saw Haaland 2 hat-tricks back to back. Again, he's got 10 goals in 6 games now. Like, what the fuck is that? He's gonna go on to break the Premier League record. Salah's record is gonna go break it easily this season. By the way he's going. But yeah, look, points dropped there to City. You know, they dug in. Villa got the point. Should have Coutinho goal flagged offside. Don't know how. They should have maybe let it run. They let it run in fucking
let everything
go. And
They let a guy who's offside run.
yeah, they let him run and then
Like,
and bring it back.
come
Fuck
back.
me dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. But look, there was some other games here, and we'll talk about the Sakiko, the managers that are going to get sacked. Leicester City, Brendan Rodgers.
Wow.
He
Oh,
got
looking
Rogered,
good, bro. He got
He's getting fucking reamed.
yeah, bro. What's going on here with Leicester, man?
They're up for
Actually,
sale.
what's
Look,
sorry, go. Steve.
I've got my theory on that.
Yeah.
I think
here we
Leicester
go.
are for sale. But it's
I don't know,
because
bro.
the way I see it, look, you think of it this way: selling players, not buying players for a while now. They're not backing this manager, right? They're not sacking him. They
Because
have
they can't afford to sack him.
because they can't afford to sack him, and
You
they
don't-
need
but
to
you
have a
don't buy
manager.
high, sell low.
Huh?
Like you want the team to be performing for when you sell.
Yeah, but the thing is,
But their value's gone up. They won the Premier League in that time too with these owners.
honestly, I believe that they're going to be pushing to sell this club. It
You
might
never know.
be this
I mean,
season, the next season,
It'll be
it might
interesting
up-
because the way Schmeichel left and he went to Nice,
Nice.
for a
That
million.
was that's what kind of got me
for
thinking.
one
1 million.
1 million. That's probably like 600,000 rupees, maybe possibly 600, maybe less. But yeah, man, it's crazy to think that he leaves just like that. You know, obviously something behind the
Out of
scenes.
character because there was no rumors. It was just
Nah,
bang.
gone.
It was tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay, done.
gone as well. So now, and they've only made one signing, which came on deadline day or just before deadline day. The guy was on the bench not on the bench in the grandstands for that United game. But when you're getting rid of Fofana, you get for big money, get someone in. 80 million or something
Yeah,
on Fofana or something.
even on loan, get somebody.
Get some players in. So maybe Steve,
That's
you could be onto something here. They might be selling it. So why spend if we're about to do the dart? Who the fuck knows? But it's not looking. It's not looking.
But flip it, Borche. Look at Brighton, man.
Brighton, Munich, these fucking cunts. Fucking, I picked them to go down. Them and Brentford, they're sitting top of the table somewhere for more points than us, the bastards.
Some of the goals in the game.
And what was disallowed? Who's
The Rocket.
Rocket.
McAllister, friggin' mate, Alan Shearer esque.
And do you know why I got called offside? Why I got called?
Why?
Because of the offside the same way that fucking
Coutinho?
Coutinho's one.
Coutinho.
The
Fuck.
guy was.
No, the whistle. So the whistle went early apparently. But who
This one
knows?
didn't.
This one didn't.
It went in the back of the net, but they discounted it.
Look, I don't know, man. Graham Potter and the boys, they're flying
doing so
high.
well, man.
Watch in a couple of weeks, the Brighton fans are not going to be happy because they're not up there. Remember last season?
Yeah,
they were sitting fifth, fourth. Fans are not happy. Well, and he's like, "What do you want me to do? What do you expect?"
What do you expect?
But
you
look,
know?
they're doing bits, bro. They're doing bits. Credit to Graham Potter, Liverpool. If you need a manager in the next couple of months, Graham Potter's might be available, bro. You never know. You never fucking
That'd
know.
be scary, man. And he sold players.
And he got rid of players. Yep.
He sold players. And
Two of his best players, Kukureya and Basuma.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Two of his best players. And
Far
still
out, man. And then he found that
us,
gem.
yeah.
They still
But
fucked
still
us.
firing.
Who's the midfielder?
Oh,
Sasado.
yes, Sasado. Yeah.
He pulls
He
him
was
out of nowhere.
fucking- Did you see his goal?
Yeah.
No, man.
His goal was fucking nice too.
But they kept backing off.
Yeah, look, they did well. Let's move on. Ivan Toney hat-trick, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Leeds United conceding goals once again.
They had more goals than corners. Just sort of let you know. In case anyone had a same
That's
game
it.
multi out there.
There you go. So they did well. They're still getting the wins on the board there. Look, Southampton losing away to Wolves. Is that Wolves' first win? Yes, I think it might be. Wolves. Yeah, that's Wolves' first win. And they got a big one this week.
But did you see the goal Southampton missed?
Ah,
Shea Adams
No.
on the line.
Are you kidding me?
we're gonna.
On the line.
Nah.
You haven't seen it?
Fuck.
Ball's coming down. He's on the line. Literally just has to head the ball. Instead, he goes like this and hits his arm. And he goes in.
Oh, come on, mate.
That's it.
Oh, mate.
That's Shea Adams for you.
Yeah.
But he'll score a screamer against United.
Yeah. Look,
One day.
1-0 there to Wolves. Finally get their first win. Nottingham Forest, they were 2-0 up.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were 2-0 up, and second half,
If you weren't betting with Bet365,
new manager. So they got a new manager. What happened? Who's their manager? Are they just getting an interim?
Man, but the goals in that game altogether, like those 5 goals, they were good goals. They were good finishes altogether.
Yeah, look, they sacked their manager Parker after that Liverpool defeat. And look,
It was
they've
after
got,
his comments, but it was more the comments.
yeah, well, Brendan Rodgers might be saying similar, bro.
yeah,
Didn't do well in the transfer windows. He's sending a message.
He actually said
He
that.
could
He said
even
that for the
walk.
last
He
three-
could.
last
He
three
could
years.
actually. I've criticised him massively last season for the performances and the season before, where it's 3 seasons ago, where he lost the top 4 after
we
being
took it off him.
took it, and then the year before, after being in the top 4 for the most out of any other Premier League team, more than City, Liverpool. They lose out again on the last day or something like that. And, the writing was on the wall. But now I actually think he might even walk, because if he doesn't if he stays till January, they don't back him again, just leave, bro. Save yourself. I swear to God.
He's better off. He's better off if he's not.
He is.
If they haven't got full
Was
confidence
he
in
the
him, they're not
Rangers
gonna
manager before? Was he a Rangers manager or Celtic manager?
Celtic, wasn't he?
Was he Celtic?
He went.
Yeah,
he
was
left.
Celtic,
He left from Celtic. Did the quad there, I think,
I
and
was-
then. Yeah, I think he went there.
I was
yeah.
going to tell him to go to Rangers and then give Postecoglou
A run for his money.
yeah.
Well, the Rangers need someone now. They
Yeah,
got done
fuck.
4-0. And look, was there another game there? Newcastle Palace, nil all there.
Newcastle missing a lot of players, man. They could have done it if they had.
Saint
I reckon if they
Maximin
had Saint
was out.
Maximin, there was a few others.
as well, yeah.
Was it not Lascelles? I can't remember.
Anyways,
but
yeah,
they were
yeah.
missing a few players.
Missing players there. But look, boys, that wraps up another episode. It's been a massive week of Premier League action. More games coming up. There is midweek Champions League and Europa League. I don't know. There might be a Europa League show, the best competition in world fucking football. You know how it is. Yeah, we might have to bring that one in. We'll see how we go. Depending on time, we might do a bit of a Champions League and Europa League preview.
We'll just skim over the Champions League.
Just a quick one. Yeah, fuck that shit off. Do you know what I mean?
Get into where the business is.
That's it.
The
In
real
Kazakhstan.
business. Yeah, mate. Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan,
and the rest,
yeah,
mate.
boys.
Belarus.
Moldova and all that.
Gotta love it.
That's it.
Oh, mate.
But look, guys, thanks for watching for another fucking episode. I had the Aussie Gooner turning up after a loss to the United boys. He's here. Got to give him credit. He's here. My cigar is not up the backside, so that's saved for another
Got
day.
stuck in your ear, but it's
Got stuck in the ear. Scary movie. Remember that scary movie? Straight from the ear. It's one of them, the cigar settings there. Or KG as well. Guys, make sure you check us out on the Fantasy Premier League review. KG, the manager of the week, getting his first win on the board.
I mean, Liverpool might need a KG.
No,
Why?
mate, I'm good, mate.
No,
You could
want?
put the under 16s on. You could do everyone a
If
favour.
I'd go to Liverpool, mate, it would be an inside job, mate. I'll destroy that place.
Why not? We'll take that. We'll definitely take that. Also, guys, we spoke about Man United Arsenal here a little bit. Me and Steve, we break it down on the Aussie Gooner YouTube channel over there. Make sure you go check them ones out. You see a bit of argy-bargy to kick off the show. The cigars were out. My hair was wet for some weird reason. Make sure you check the Instagram story and you see fucking why.
Just
See this guy, bro.
just
This
a little
guy,
bit
bro. There.
in the face, you know.
This is what. This is
one step. Like,
This
it's
is what
always
it-
that
hey.
one
Oh, we
step.
gotta leave it to the end of the show. If everyone's watching to the
You
end
know
of the
what?
show.
This is why we don't get any freelancing job opportunities because of this.
Nothing.
Like, you know, what do you do, bro? What do you do?
You wanted a bit of flavour, didn't you?
I said, give me salt on the side, bro. Not
Wasn't salty this time,
Wasn't
mate.
salty. Yeah, these guys. But yeah, look, guys, thanks for watching. Once again, leave all your comments below. Leave all the banter for the Aussie Gooner in the comments below. And we'll definitely catch you on the next one. Take it easy, guys.
The Ru guys.